Hello, my name is Courtney Calloway. I'm a school intervention coach at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and I would like to thank you all for joining us today. We are excited to share some of what we know about stress management and mindfulness. Today, in our stress management and mindfulness workshop, we will be discussing an icebreaker activity, which is called My Plate activity. We'll discuss how stress affects us all, how to better understand our stressors, our reactions to stress, strategies for handling stress, and developing a stress management plan. Before we start digging into the content, I would like everyone to grab a piece of paper and draw a big circle on it, sort of like a plate. I'll give you a few moments to do that. You may have heard the metaphor, I have too much on my plate right now. It's used when someone asks you to do something that's usually a favor. It's a polite way of saying no. We have thoughts racing into our head about all our responsibilities and tasks we must do, whether it be today or across an extended amount of time. When we are consistently thinking about the things, we sometimes forget to do them. And some things are more important than others. For this My Plate activity, we would like for you to write down all the things that you currently have on your plate. The plates can have anything on it. It can be small, they usually take a day to do, such as cooking dinner tonight or washing dishes, too big that you do over an extended amount of time, such as taking care of an aging parent or spouse. Here is an example. So on this My Plate, you have my child or children's education, running errands, internet fatigue, since we've all been doing a lot of our work from the computer, uh, your education, any conflict with a spouse, child care, paying bills, taxes, job and career, your health, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. These are just a few examples. I will now give you a few moments to complete this activity at home. Thank you all for completing the activity. I'm sure that you all have a lot on your plate, and with having a lot on your plate at times, it leads to stress, and stress affects us all. Stress affects us both physically and emotionally. Physical stress can include tense or tight muscles, headaches, overeating, abusing alcohol and drugs. Over time, stress can weaken our immune system and cause heart disease and lead to trouble sleeping. Emotional effects are things such as becoming forgetful, easily angered, or have trouble concentrating. When we're very stressed, we don't do a good job. Our work quality suffers, whether it's parenting interactions or interactions with your spouse. That's why self care is not selfish, it's vital. Take a look at your life and see what small or big changes you can make that will reduce your stress. When you manage your stress, you feel happier and more energetic and better able to solve problems. Hmm. There are many different kinds of stress. Some of these kinds of stress can come from a difficult childhood, current life circumstances, overall life satisfaction, cultural identity in relation to the larger culture, caregiver burden, children, and parents or elders. You have stress that comes from positive events like birth of a child, marriage, or new job, or stress from negative events such as death of a loved one, illness, or discrimination. How does each person react to stress? Well, this depends on personality, how someone was raised, who his or her role models are or were growing up, life experiences like trauma. What is your stress management style? Calm and confident, taking on a lot of tasks and helping many, cautious and guarded, saying no and focusing just on yourself and your immediate family, patient and quiet, holding it all inside until you get overwhelmed and explode, loudly complaining, telling everyone what you have going on, or avoiding, thinking about it and pretending problems will just go away. Take a moment and think about which of these styles resonate with you the most. Try to draw from your own experiences with how you react to stress. My stress management style is usually just calm and confident, whereas I just take on a lot of tasks and try to help many people just to avoid thinking about it. So I have two of those. And trust me when I tell you, there's no one style that is perfect. It is all about what helps you and how you react. We all react differently to stress. Strategies for handling stress, a big one is mindfulness. So mindfulness helps us focus on the here and now, the present. We're not thinking about what happened yesterday. We're not thinking about what's happening tomorrow. We're right here in the moment. And with mindfulness, you want to notice how you're feeling. Be in tune with your body, mind, and spirit. Take your stress temperature. Is it high because something's coming up? Or is it low? You feel really relaxed. If you feel mentally overwhelmed, becoming more aware of nature, the world, and your surroundings can help you feel calm and grounded. Use your five senses to do this: smell, taste, touch, hearing, and sight. All right, it could be simple things as smelling the outdoors, smelling the leaves, tasting their favorite food, touching something that calms you down, hearing the sounds of the wind or the waves, and just seeing just nature around you. Some relaxation techniques you could do is actively relaxing different muscle groups. So everybody, wherever you're seated, let's stretch, and I'll stretch with you, though you can't see me. Whew. Okay. You can also think of some visual imagery, right? Self-talk, counting slowly to 10 or taking 10 deep breaths. You can get help. You can ask in family to take some of the load of the things that are on your plate, talking with a good, calming friend, getting therapy, or getting support from people in a similar situation. You can also let it out. Sing along to music, write about your feelings, tell jokes, watch funny movies, receive a massage, go for a walk, run, or bike ride, or any type of exercise that is helping you calm down. Now that we've discussed how stress affects us, different types of stress, and went over some stress management techniques, let's each individually develop a stress management game plan. When developing your stress management game plan, let's start by first identifying our stressors. So if you have a piece of paper, list 3 to 4 stressors. For example, money. That's usually a stressor for me. Once you list those stressors, decide which ones to work on. Choose ones that you can put into effect sooner rather than later. You want to choose things that are more manageable right now in the moment. Then you want to develop your plan. For example, if one of my stressors is money and I want to work on cutting back from spending so much money, I will order out 2 times a week instead of the usual 3 to 4 times a week. That would be like my stress management plan. And lastly, most important, be kind to yourself. If you slip up, just try again. All progress is great, no matter how small or big the step you take towards the goal. I want to thank you all for attending today's workshop and hope that you have gained some new insight for how to handle stress. For more information about Friends of Friend or to access more bullying prevention resources, please visit violence.chop.edu. You guys have a great day.